Hey guys, in this video I'll show you how to increase the feedback score on your Facebook page. And so here you can see one of our pages that recently got into trouble. So this one is completely in a very bad shape, like 0.7 now. Obviously this one cannot advertise, but we have pages that basically we have recovered the feedback score on them. And I'll show you one of the solutions that we have used for that. And also I'll show you basically the demonstration of how that process basically works, the evolution of that whole improvement in the feedback score, so you guys can use it, and also share with you some of the tips that you can use to improve your feedback score, because ultimately the feedback score impacts the advertising, the CPMs, the cost per click, impacts all of the important metrics in your business, in your advertising. So that's why maintaining healthy feedback score, or even if you fucked it up, then improving it using these methods that I'll show you guys will be very efficient. Now, at the end of the day, right? So let's say you do like drop shipping, because mostly these issues they happen with drop shippers, right? Or if they happen with, for example, like brands, then they might be happening for some reasons, let's say, so with brands, let's start with brands, right? So with brands, why this might happen? Why, for example, one of our situations, we sold out the product, right? And we forgot to basically put that the product was not available, right? The people had to wait for like 3-4 weeks to get a product. And so with us, that was basically, so the product, right? The shipping, right? The shipping, it wasn't announced. So typically, guys, what you want to do is, and I'll show you the exact formula on how to execute it. So guys, for example here, right? So this is e-commerce brand, and you can see here, for example, some of the products are sold out, right? So for example, you want to buy this product, but it's not available, but it has this option, email when available, right? So what this option allows you to do is, and you can use, for example, app like this, like back in stock, customer alerts. That's probably the best app for this purpose. But you definitely want to make sure, if you don't have some product in stock, or if it takes for the product long time to get delivered, then you definitely want to be transparent with your customers and let them know that the product will be delayed or the product is not available. And you can use app like back in stock to basically notify them about this, right? So this is what happens with brands, right? One of the things is like shipping. So if you cannot ship product on time or product is not available, then obviously you'll have issues, right? The second obviously issue could be the product quality. The product itself might have the quality issues, right? If you have let's say if you have a brand and you do not do like the quality assurance, right? Or maybe some batch of the product wasn't properly verified, the quality was not verified, and product got shipped, right? Or the product got spoiled, or the product got damaged when shipped, then you might have issues with the product quality, right? So these are pretty much like your two biggest issues that you guys might have with your feedback score. Now, obviously fixing these, right? So the exact solution for this, obviously product quality, you'd have to improve the product quality, right? And so you cannot sell like bad quality products and then like fix feedback score all the time. Okay, if that happened like once or twice, or but you don't want to make it like your business model, right? You don't want to have the whole budget allocated to improving the feedback score, right? I mean, if you're profitable, you may be doing this if you're in this initial cash capital accumulation stage, but you don't want to have that as part of your business model. That's very important. So product has problems with quality, then definitely want to improve that quality. If your shipping has problems, right, then you also have to fix it, right? So that might involve, shipping in bulk, right? Like maybe shipping in bulk to by the way, this would apply to drop shippers too, right? Drop shippers issues are just amplified by the long shipping times and sometimes total lack of branding or bad packaging, or shipping times obviously worse. Product quality also is a big issue with dropshippers. So what I would recommend is always when you sell some products, get some samples, even order some similar products on Amazon. Ask your supplier, good supplier. By the way, guys, if you want to list of our suppliers, just comment suppliers below. But you definitely want to have the suppliers verifying the quality of the product, because if you're not verifying the quality of the products, then obviously it will be bad and it will not be like sustainable. Right, so you want to verify the quality of the product, make sure the products are decent quality, and especially that applies to electronics, like some complex devices, gadgets, right? Maybe integration with the app. Like, technology is difficult, right? You have to understand that. And if, for example, something doesn't work with an app, then it becomes more complex to fix it, right? Than just selling some product that is, relatively simpler. So these, you can see like these two apply, right? So pretty much you have the product quality, right? That's why most people are complaining. Product quality you have, and you have the shipping, right? These are two things that will get you into trouble with, feedback score, right? So how to fix it? Now, obviously the best thing would be to just not having those issues in the first place. For example, some of our pages, guys, they don't have these issues. Let me show you guys. Here you can see, right? So the feedback score is, it's perfect, right? There's no issues at all. Customers generally happy, right? Customer service, it has to be like very bad customer service to impact this. Obviously, your customer feedback, your customer service is one of the most important positions in the company, because that's kind of like what facing the customer. And let's say you have a beautiful restaurant, or let's say you have like a beautiful restaurant in a very good location, expensive, high quality food, but then the server, the waiter is like rude to you, right? Or to customers. If you're a customer, then obviously that ruins the whole experience, and that food, that location, none of those things will help if the the personnel, the first touch that you have with a business is a bad experience. So let's say if someone messages and then like 3 days after, like someone replies, then obviously that's not acceptable practice. So you can see a lot of these things are very, very common sense. Now, sometimes you might get into trouble by accident, right? Sometimes you might get into trouble by accident. So that's why I want to guys show you the solution that you can use to fix this issue. So it's called Feed Protector. I found this solution recently, and we've already applied it to one of our pages, and so far we are seeing improvement, like pretty significant improvement. And I want to show you the results. So you can see, the benefits of it are obvious, right? You have the increased CTR, you have the CPMs that are better. You have, Facebook gives you better quality traffic, because what Facebook cares about is the user experience. And so you'll have, obviously, with a page that has 5 feedback score versus the page that has 2 or 3 feedback score, you'll have very different metrics in terms of click-through rate, CPMs, and overall return on ad spend. Now, these guys, so they sell different packages. Like you have this one here, you can buy it on subscription, so it's cheaper, or you can buy it with that's kind of like the big package that you can get here, $3,500, 1,000 feedbacks. Now, the only kind of reason, situation, right? When I would apply it. Now, if you are using the page, right, and let's say you spent $5, $10, $20, $50,000 on that page, $100, $1 million, and obviously that page made you a lot of money. Now, let's say you made $500,000 on that page, and this feedback dropped, for some reason, right? Things happen. Your supplier might not have sent, items on time, or product quality deteriorated, or maybe the factory didn't produce good quality products. Things happen, right? But then, if that page is important to you, right? Then what I would, it's obviously worth the investment to, spend, say, $3,500. We are spending some of the pages that are important to us. We are spending that amount to basically get it back, right? $3,000, $5,000 is reasonable. You just calculate it's one of the expenses, one of the costs of running a business. Now, they have smaller packages here, like 50 feedback. Now, it depends on the volume that you're advertising with. So if you are, let's say, getting 300 orders per week, then this might be sufficient, right? Might be sufficient for you. So this one is more for advanced. If you're doing high volume from one page, and that page is very important to you, then I would do this page. Sometimes the best option, if you're very low numbers, and if these doesn't make sense for you to invest this amount for the feedback score, then it might be best for you just to change the page, right? That might be the best solution in that case. So, but a lot of these things, guys, are very common sense. Now, one of the options that you can use to get your feedback score up is to give the rebate to your customers, right? There's particular way of setting this up, guys, and let me show you. We have this cheat sheet, just common cheat sheet, guys, if you want to get this one. But you can see here, for example, that's the rebate that you can use. So that's one of our clients, Eli Richardson. Basically, that's a strategy that he's used, and we used it as well. The issue with this is that sometimes, not a lot of people are responding. That's a great approach, but sometimes not a lot of people are responding. Emails, like they might not respond to the rebates. Maybe they don't care, right? So then you might need more like targeted approach to just get your feedback score as high as possible, as quickly as possible, right? So in that case, like this option would be, would make sense for you, right? I mean, you spend some money, it's kind of like you're reinvesting some of the profit that you have made back into the business just to keep functioning, keep operating. So that's totally normal. That's just part of running the business. Use, this service, and obviously, people know me in the space, right? So I reached out and said, okay, you have the service, but I want to see that this service is actually working. So I asked the guys who are basically who are producers of this the feed protector. I asked them, hey, can you send me like an example of something that was a result, direct impact of what you guys have done? And they sent me this, guys, and I want to show you what they've sent me, like really. So this is so like clear, like what they have done here. Now, obviously the time frames here, right? Like obviously you would want it to have it like instant result, but you can see, so here they started basically, the result deteriorated. Obviously this page cannot advertise. They started like pumping these reviews in. I think there are a few hundreds of them they have done here. Then they slow down, right? So they've done this on the subscription package. Then they slow down, and you can see maintain like 3.8. So reasonable basically to resume the advertising and continue selling the product. So this is what they have done. You can see here at the beginning, obviously you need to boost it, right? You need more of these feedbacks for your page, but then as time goes, you might not need as many of them, right? You might need just like several of them or to maintain. And especially, guys, that's crucial. I mean, I don't want to just like to rely on all of these like different things, different like strategies just to get away with it. But at the end of the day, you're working on your shipping, on your product, and your customer service, right? So customer service would be the easiest one, because you can easily control it, the customer experience, that when customers reach out. I mean, if you control these three things, guys, you will not have issues. I mean, you'll have results like I showed you where we have 5 out of 5 feedback score, no issues at all, and you will not be having issues, with this. You will not have to pay. But if there's something like this happen, this is a reasonable solution that you guys can use. We are using it, and again, but for us, it's not like part of our plan, right? It's, things happen, fuck ups happen, and this would allow you to fix it. So the service is called the Feed Protector. I'll have a link below, guys, if you want to use it. I mean, that's basically the service that you can use in that particular case. So this is how to get the feedback score up. At the end of the day, focusing on fundamental things like, shipping, product, and customer service. If that was fucked up, then obviously that's a solution you can use. But just, if you want to build something sustainable, you don't want to be even thinking about this, right? You want to be like, you want to build the brand, you want to build like a great customer experience. You don't want to like nasty like, reviews. You want to build something that is more long-term, right? But yeah, things happen. If bad things happen, then you have the service, guys. So, right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you find it valuable. And a lot of people just, it's very simple, right? The stuff that I explain here is very simple. But at the end of the day, it's like, if that's so simple, why not everyone does it, right? Like, why not everyone is like, how to improve quality of this product? How to improve shipping? Maybe how to improve the brand? How to improve the packaging? How to improve the delivery? How to improve the customer experience? All of these things are very, very common sense. But it seems like not everyone does it. That's why, there's so many people having issues with, feedback score and ad accounts and stuff like that. So guys, stick to the fundamentals, do these things right. If bad things happen, you have the service, but otherwise just stick to the fundamentals, scale your business to the moon. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can just like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. Thank you.